Good morning. This morning we are going to be reading Genesis chapter 39, and we're going to be reading the second half of verse 6 all the way through 23 at the end of the chapter. So let's get started. Now Joseph was handsome in form and appearance, and after a time his master's wife cast her eyes on Joseph and said, "Lie with me." But he refused and said to his master's wife, "Behold, because of me my master has no concern about anything in the house, and he has put everything that he has in my charge. He is not greater in this house than I am, nor has he kept back anything from me except you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" And as she spoke to Joseph day after day, he would not listen to her to lie beside her or to be with her. But one day when he went into the house to do his work, and none of the men of the house were there in the house, she caught him by his garment, saying, "Lie with me." But he left his garment in her hand and fled and got out of the house. And as soon as she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and had fled out of the house, she called to the men of her household and said to them, "See, he has brought among us a Hebrew to laugh at us. He came in to me to lie with me." And I cried out with a loud voice, and as soon as he heard that I lifted up my voice, he left his garment beside me and fled and got out of the house. Then she laid up his garment by her until his master came home. And she told him the same story, saying, "The Hebrew servant whom you have brought among us came in to me to laugh at me. But as soon as I lifted up my voice and cried, he left his garment beside me and fled out of the house." As soon as his master heard the words that his wife spoke to him, "This is the way your servant treated me," his anger was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, at the place where the king's prisoners were confined. And he was there in prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keepers of the prison. And the keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever was done there, he was the one who did it. The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge, because the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. Now, I just want to point out one thing, that Potiphar, the captain of the guard, when his wife made the false accusation that Joseph tried to lay with her against her will, his anger was kindled, but it never said it was kindled with against Joseph. And this is a very crucial point, because Potiphar actually would have been in his right to put Joseph to death. And the reason that a lot of people speculate why he only put him in prison is because he could not publicly say to his wife that she is lying due to his position in the Egyptian government. But he had to have some consequence brought upon Joseph, but he did not want it to be capital punishment. I just wanted to share that with you. So that'll be it for today, everyone. Have a blessed day.